The Experienced Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experienced Pros.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Angel is out in San Diego today, speaking at the Small Business Expo with Bill Walsh. And so you've got me, and I open up the phone lines to talk to you if you would like to join the conversation. 303-632-4160, 303-632-4160. And I came across a great article at Inc.com that got me thinking about something that I learned many, many years ago. And it has the title, if you will, Are You Cocky or Are You Just Plain Confident? And there is a difference between the two. The article, the title of it, Jeff Hayden wrote the article in Inc., is simply this: 9 signs you're genuinely confident without seeming cocky at all. The best confidence is quiet confidence, he says. And here's how to know if you really have confidence, and if not, how you can develop it. So many people who know this, listen to this program, know that I spent the better part of 2.5 decades as a professional stage illusionist. I think David Copperfield, that kind of guy, floated women in the air, cut them in 6 pieces for a living, 5 world tours. And it's not where I started, but when I ended that career, turned that off to settle down here in the local Denver market, I remember very distinctly that along the journey, there were key and important influencing moments. And one of those moments was when a friend of mine who had hired me in I think it was in Utah, to come out and do a performance for his group, kind of pulled me aside and he says, "Listen to me, Eric." He says, "You're good. You're really, really good at what you do." And he says that the problem, the challenge, the risk in this is you know it. And, at first I thought he was being, nice and telling me, what is the old phrase, warm, fuzzy, cold, prickly, warm, fuzzy. And he did. He just did that exactly. He says, "You're really good at what you do. You're a fantastic performer. You're a great communicator, all of that." And then he says, "But you know it. And what you got to do is not allow it to go to your head." And I remember that very, very moment because it's, that's kind of a defining moment for someone hearing something like that. And I remember saying to him that, I don't ever want to lose sight of where I came from. I never want to be that guy who, people are saying, golly, he lets so much go to his head and it messes with him and it changes his disposition and all of that. And so, this article that Jeff Hayden wrote in Inc.com really resonated with me because confidence is not bravado. It's not swagger. It's not an overt pretense of bravery or anything like that. It's not bold or brash. It's certainly not a self-belief directed at others. Confidence, real confidence, is quiet. And it comes along with its coworker, humility. And it's a natural expression of ability, expertise, and self-regard. You can feel good about yourself. In fact, I think that we must feel good about ourselves. But we must do it in such a way that doesn't come at the expense of someone else. Does that make sense? Here's a list of qualities of confident people versus cocky or arrogant people. You listen 10 times more than you speak. Are you a good listener? And I gotta be honest, over the years, I've had to work on this. It's one of those things. Truly confident people are quiet and unassuming. They already know what they think. They want to know what you think. So they ask open-ended questions that give other people the freedom to be thoughtful and introspective. They ask what you do, how you do it, what you like about it, what you learn from it, and what they should do if they find themselves in a similar situation. I am even still, my career is built around talking on the radio, right? Angel and I, we talk for a living. She's out in San Diego talking right now before an audience of entrepreneurs. So you would think, well, we got this thing down. We know how to talk. But the real question is, do you know how to listen? Do you know how to let other people carry the load? Here's another one. You take a stand not because you think you're always right, but because you're not afraid to be wrong. Cocky and conceited people tend to take a position and then proclaim, bluster, and totally disregard differing opinions or points of view. They know they're right, and they want you to know it too. Actually, they need you to know it. And again, in my own personal development over the last, 30 years, I have found myself in that very same situation where one of my weaknesses is I felt like I always needed to be right. And I needed you to know that I was right. And that, in fact, is not a sign of confidence. It is the sign or the hallmark, according to Jeff Hayden, of an intellectual bully. Let that sink in for just a minute. I don't want to be that. I don't want anybody I know to be that. Truly confident people don't mind being proven wrong. They feel like finding out what's right is more important than being right. And when they're wrong, they're secure enough to back down graciously. Number 3, you duck the spotlight so that it shines on others. This one I got. I don't mind not being in the spotlight. I would